Hi everyone, welcome to the stream again. I say this every week, I can't believe it's a week already. So 55 straight in, welcome to you all. And as always, I'm going to say hi to everyone. I've got Trevor in tonight, Trevor from BUZZIN Pattaya. He'll be joining us in about 15 minutes. Like I said, we've got a lot to talk about. I know which comment's going to come up the most, and we are going to talk about that tonight, guys. It's this delay of 2 months with the bars opening again. I mean, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? We'll talk about that. We'll also, I've got some more popular sayings from Nat, from the Nat and Dave show. I've got some good, funny adverts from the 80s for you again tonight, and the Ladyboy competition. So that's all to come a little bit later on. If you've just joined me, 86 straight in, that's brilliant. Who we got in now? Terry Ball. Terry Ball. Hi, Peter. Just heard on the news that the bars and clubs in Pattaya will not open until the 15th of January. So glad I'm in Phuket. Yeah, you were lucky there, Terry. Who else? We've got Pry9. You were in it this afternoon, weren't you? I did say hi to you. Leeds, how are you doing? Good evening, Peter. How are you? That's another blow for Thailand's bars not being able to open until January. Dave Andrew, I got my Thailand pass, 16 hours, all good. Have QR code for trip to Glasgow to Bangkok on the 1st December with Emirates, AQ Hotel, 1 night, then 24 days in Koh Chang. Yeah, I mean, it's quite devastating, isn't it? You can imagine the guys who have booked their tickets. They're maybe going out, early this week, and as far as they knew, they'd be able to. They were hoping the bars would open, because if you remember last week, there was talk that the bars might open on the 15th of November, at least in the blue zones, and that's if you haven't heard, which I'm sure everybody has heard, that's now been delayed until at least January the 15th. So they haven't said they're definitely opening on January 15. They're just saying that's the next possible opening date. Okay, Steve Wright, I won't read all the comments out now, so we'll be here all night, but I'll just say hi to everyone. So hi to Steve Wright, Alex Dupont, how are you? Yeah, you're all kind of coming out with the same thing here. Carl, where old is it? Nathan, Ralph, Mr. James, Stuart Wright, how are you doing? Oh, 3 messages from you there. You're keen tonight, Stuart. David Boy, hi. Red Hammer, hi to you. Stuart, cool, lots of messages. What's that? Pat your book for March, I know, but too many hoops. Okay, right. Is it Darcy? Darcy, I get this wrong I'll just say Darcy. I get your name wrong every week. Anyone's seen everything? Patty's latest video. He goes in around tea time. Yeah, I seen that. That was quite a good video, wasn't it? Good quality as well. Who else? Michael Green, say hello to Russell Roberts. Michael Green, West Ham, aren't massive. Evil C, I'm going to have to send you another check in the post, don't I? You've written, we are waiting for the master. When is he coming on then? Who are you talking about, Evil C? Right, Damien, I thought you weren't coming out tonight because I thought you weren't coming out to play because your dog is getting upset with the fireworks. Good to have you in here, mate. Dutch Frang, how are you doing? Seamus, hi Peter, I'm drinking Tiger tonight. Well, Seamus, I'm on the Kronenberg as usual, but it's in the freezer. I put it in a little bit late tonight, so I'm going to have to wait. I reckon 8:45 will be D-Day. We'll get it out then. Jam Jar Johnny, love this name. Jam Jar Johnny. Good evening, everyone. I booked for February, not holding my breath. I think you'll get out there all right. It's just what it's going to be like when you do get out there. Get your name wrong every week as well. Marion Mazak, how you doing? Till, I didn't know what you meant earlier. You left a comment on the live. Was it the live stream last week? So it was just a question mark. I don't know what you were trying to say to me there. No, it was on the stream. It was on Ed's stream last night, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. I'd had too many beers last night, Tilt. So I hope I didn't say anything stupid. I'm going to put your name up there because I can't. Is it Rectus? That sounds a bit rude, actually. I apologise if I got that wrong. But hi to you. Right, Diane Werrett. Yeah, hi, Diane. We don't get a lot of ladies in, Diane. We do get Francesca, who lives in Bangkok. Last week we had Tracy, who lives in London, and it's always nice to have a lady's perspective on the stream. So if you've got anything to say, join in the chat later. And we're not that bad on here. Dave Salisbury's, good evening. How you doing? Somebody saying hi to you, Trev, and you're not even on yet. There you go. If you want to say hi to Trevor when he's on, I mean, I don't get any. I was talking to Trevor before the stream, and he said when he watched my stream last week, he doesn't comment because everybody comes out and says, "Oh, hi, Trev, how you doing? Watch your stream." And he said he feels uncomfortable because it's my stream. Well, I'm not like that at all. You know that, guys. If you want to ask him something, that's fine. By the way, when Trevor comes on, we're going to have a bit of a question and answer session, sensible questions, not the usual when do you think Thailand will open, because that's like the question that nobody, well, we're open, they're open, aren't they, sort of. But if you've got any questions for Trevor, genuine questions, we'll try and read them, or I'll put them to Trevor, and he'll try and answer them as best as he can. Nothing too personal, guys, okay? Right, Javier Lopez, hi, how you doing? Good evening to everyone, how you doing? Good. And who I'm just trying to see who I've missed. Gemini Star, Charles Sanders, Greg Fox, TJ Riley. Thanks, TJ. I don't know if it'll be 2 hours. I was speaking to Trevor about this. I did a poll. Remember when I used to do the live stream every 2 weeks? And I put out a poll and I said, do you want me to do it every 2 weeks for 2 hours? Or shall I do it every week for an hour and 20 minutes? And everyone said, no, come on, for every week, because two weeks is too long. And I did 2.5 hours last week. I mean, it just went on and on and on. But I promise you guys, I did really enjoy it last week. I hope you guys did. A lot of stuff went on. But I can't tonight. I really can't, because I've got to take my daughter to work in the morning quite early. So, I can't, because what happens is when I finish the stream, I watch a lot of it to see if I've made any mistakes that I can edit out afterwards before the majority of the world watches it. So, right, Super Cold 007. Hi, Peter. Love the amount of effort you put into the channel. Still haven't found a channel that... Okay, thanks for that. I think what it is, it's a bit easier for me than it is the guys in Thailand, because, how many times can you walk along the seafront and film the beach? How many times can you walk along Walking Street or Soy Cowboy or Nana? It's been done, hasn't it? With me, you guys are sending in stories. We've got the Nat and Dave once a month now, the live stream. So I'm probably one of the few guys who isn't running out of content, which is kind of strange because I'm in the UK, What's this? Hi, man, I'm Rudolph. Remember my name. If I meet you in Thailand, or you owe me a massage. Yeah, okay, Rudolph. I don't give out massages normally. Pry9, hi to you again. Will be hi from Middlesbrough. Richard, what's it? You put in a lot of comments last week, Richard. What are you saying now? Got my Thailand pass. No bars. Are they out? Right, I spoke to Simon today. Of course, Trevor will be able to tell us as well, but Trevor's in Pattaya most of the time. As you know, Simon's in Bangkok, and what he's told me, he said, apart from bars, like the beer bars, Nana Plaza, Cowboy, and things like places like that, you wouldn't know anything's happening. He said, it's just like before. Now, you can have a drink in a restaurant. That sounds boring, but if you think about it, Hooters on Soy 4, as far as I know, it's a restaurant, right? They serve food. So I could go out and have a night out in Hooters. I'd enjoy myself, but it's not the same. But it's not. There is still stuff to do there. Right, what else we got? Anybody we missed? Max, how you doing? Nathan, I've said hi to you. Zen ITY, can't remember if I said hello to you. Adrian Baker, Nomad, I definitely said to you. Right, Matthew Alcorn, hi Matthew, glad to see you in the stream again. The great one, love the channel, thank you. We've got 175 in now, so we'll get into some stuff. Pattaya Jimmy, how you doing? Right, I've only had you on the stream once in the early days, and I thought I'd upset you, but obviously you're back tonight, so good to see you again. Franco, how you doing, my man? I haven't seen you buzzing by in that nice car of yours for a while, but good to have you here. There's Pattaya Jimmy there. You're moderating for Trevor, aren't you? Right, who else we got before we get into some stuff? Jamie Smith, hi Peter. Oh, on my way to Thailand at end of November. Good stuff. You're a brave man. Somebody said to me, I was watching a stream last night, and a popular YouTube, I'll tell you who it was. It's Ed Sweeney. He's booked his ticket to Bangkok. And somebody said to me, a couple of people said to me, well, why don't you book your ticket to Bangkok? Ed's going to Bangkok. You got a channel called Thailand. You should be going to Thailand. But what these guys didn't understand is when Ed goes, he goes for 2 to 3 months. He doesn't go for a couple of weeks. I still work, so I was planning to go out at, a couple of weeks at Christmas. Now, I'd go a day after work, and I've got to get back a day before work, 2 days for traveling. That means I'd have 10 days on the ground, as it were, in Bangkok. Now, if I tested positive, I'm going to go straight to a hotel. I'm going to come out of that hotel, and I'm back on a plane. Who's going to risk that? I'm not going to risk that. I'm not going to do that. It's different for Ed. As I say, he's got 2 or 3 months. If he gets caught out, it's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world for him. So I hope he does all right. But I'm going to bring Trevor in about 5-10 minutes, I think, because we've got 181 in now. But someone's giving me a super chat. Who's that? Let me just have a quick look. I don't want to miss that. Darcy Dyer, thanks for that, mate. Let me find that and put you up on screen. That's going straight into the Cronenberg Fund, as always. There was a couple of stories on this. I think they said last week from Monday to Friday, 4,500 people arrived in Thailand. About 6 tested positive, but there were a couple of tragic stories. There was a man who went with his family, 2 young children. He tested positive when they landed. They didn't. He had to go straight into quarantine at a cost of I don't know why it was 350,000 baht. His children, thanks, Patty, Jimmy. I'll carry on with this story. I'll just put that up there. His children and his wife were put in quarantine for 3 days, I think it was, and they were told if you're fine with 3 days, you can go out. But the husband, they're going to have a holiday without their dad. Then there was another guy. He was traveling with his friend to Thailand. I don't know where, but he obviously landed in Bangkok. And his friend tested. They went in the car together. They flew together. They're both going to see their long-term girlfriends or fiancés. The guy, his friend, tested positive when they landed. He was fine. He wasn't. He was negative. But because of this, he had to go in the hotel for 10 days. So it's so much of a risk. I mean, if you're only planning 2 weeks, I personally think it's too much of a risk. If you're going out there to visit a partner, you're spending a month, 2 months, then it's a calculated risk and it's worth it, isn't it? Right. Roy, what's this saying now? Right. Hi, Peter. Never been to Thailand yet, but have learned so much through your channel and love these podcasts. Hi, Roy. That was the whole point of it in the early days, actually, was to try and educate's not a good word, is it? Because I'm not a teacher, but it's just to give tips on, what to do and what not to do. And I think it's not only my channel, there's lots of good channels to watch. I think you can take a little bit of each and you do learn a lot. Nathan Ralph, absolutely. You can do any kind of quarantine with a normal 14-day holiday. Most people get in the UK. Yet you can't. Absolutely, Nathan. You can't do any kind of quarantine with a 14-day holiday. Most people get in the UK. So I won't risk it. Somebody tried to talk me into it today, and I said, no way. Stuart, nice to see you, mate. Question for Trev. Okay, I'll put that up later. Right, Stuart, right. It's Peter's stream. Let's not turn it into... No, okay. No, that's fine. We'll have fun tonight. We'll all do it together, right? West Apple Yard, mate. Thank you very much. You did that last week. That's another 4 Cronenbergers in the pot, and thanks a lot for that. And you've sent another story, haven't you? I think you have, or I get so many in now, I can't remember. Right, we're nearly there. Right, what should we do first? We've got Trevor on standby. I think what we'll do, because I'm going to do this twice tonight. I'm going to do it at the beginning and at the end because it's so popular. Do you remember? I've got some adverts. If you've just joined us, I've got some old UK adverts, really funny ones. I've got the PG tips. This week, I've got 3 from Peter Kay. If you're not from the UK, he's a really good comedian. He did some beer adverts. I've got 3 from him. I've got another Hamlet advert for you. And I've got Nat. She's come back with some more sayings. This is the last one for Nat because there's only so many she can do. So I'll do this twice. There's another super chat there straight, and that's from Richard. Thanks, Richard. Hi from Costa Rica. See, I love the content, by the way. Appreciate it, Richard. Appreciate it. Thanks very much. Stefan, how you doing? What's this you're saying now, Damon? Patty, Jimmy, you know Trev will be laugh. I did mention you, Damon, to Trevor before the stream started. I said you were a good lad. What more can I say? I'll give you a call tomorrow. Right, okay, so let's, before we get into the serious stuff, we've got over 200 people in now. I'll do the Nat and Day. I'll do Nat with her little sayings now, and I'll do this later on as well, just for fun. It's people like this, so let me just find it. Here we go.
You pay back for me? I miss you. Chup chup. No problem. I just start work here today. Love you long time. You my first customer. Only love you, Tirak. I have to go now. Bye bye. Chup chup.
We'll do that again at the end. It's just for fun. A lot of guys like that. It's the sayings, isn't it? We haven't heard stuff like that for a long time. Right. Let me just say hi to Jam Jar Johnny there. He's done a Cronenberg. I can get 4 for that, Johnny. Thanks a lot, Jam Jar Johnny. And I do love this name, by the way. It's probably the best name I've come across so far. Right, let's just put some banners up and then I'll put the exchange rates up and we'll get Trevor in. Trevor's in the background. Give it a couple of minutes, Trevor. Just say hello to a few more people. I can see you in the background. Trevor's just folding his pajamas away. He's putting them under his pillow so you guys can't see them because it's quite late in Thailand, or early, however you want to look at it. So his pajamas are tucked away. He's just put his glass of milk to one side and he's just getting ready. Right. Let me just see who else we got in now. Right, what's this? Wandering Soul says, traveling from Toronto to Thailand, such a long flight, not risking it, getting a positive test and being quarantined for 14 days, 300,000 baht. A lot of guys are saying this. Because, you know, if you're going out there for any period of time, couple of months, 6 months, you've got family out there, whatever, it's worth the risk, isn't it? Because even if you get caught out, you know, you can carry on then. But most guys, you know, they're going out for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and, you know, who wants to take the risk? Right, Black Bolt, how you doing? Didn't see you last week. We missed you in the stream last week. Thanks for the super chat. I'm doing well on the old Cronenbergs tonight. It's a quite good night tonight. Thank you, guys. Right, what else? I'll just let you know how the old diet's going. I will be making the videos soon. There we go. So it's 6 months now. I started off at 115. I'm down to 93.5 kilos. I want to get to 90 kilos. So I've lost 3.3 stone, 47 pounds, 21 kilos. So I think I'm very close to making this video now, guys, to let you know how I did it. No gym workouts, no special diets, nothing like that. What else? We'll do the new cases. It's going down now. Look, this is from the Bangkok Post on the 12th of November. 7,305 new cases, which has gone down a few weeks ago. It was a few months ago, rather. I remember this being 12,000 plus. So that's good. But whether the numbers are correct or not, I don't know. Right. Paul Hoskins, you could write a book on your one-liners. Paul, it was you last week. We had to put you at the back of the class in the XXX room. Right. I think we're going to bring Trevor in. He's sitting there all bored. And right, what does this say? Just quick. Darcy says, Peter, you'll be running down Pattaya Beach like the Hoff soon. Oh, yes. But the problem is I'm 62 in April. Still got my hair, but it's going there. Look, it's thinning out a bit. But what I'll do, when I make this video, I'll get a video that I made, say, 6 months ago, and I'll do a comparison picture of now and there so you can see side by side, like a little hamster I was, big chops. Right, Martin Hodges, hi from Ireland. I had been thinking of traveling, but no, it's just not worth the risk. So you guys all saying the same thing. If you're a 2-week millionaire, you're putting it on hold for now. Right, I'm going to bring Trevor in. If you've got some questions, start loading them up now, guys, because they take 20 seconds, something to come, 10, 20 seconds to come through. I'll only pick the really good ones. This isn't the first time Trevor's been on the stream, but let me just bring him in now. Trevor, how you doing?
Greetings. Well, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Why?
No. Well, I drink Chang, and I've put 14 kilos on. You're drinking Kronenberg, and you've lost them. I mean, how's that work?
I'll tell you what. You know what? When I make this video, one thing I'm going to make really clear. Don't listen to anybody because I drink beer every night, right? I'm not a priest. I give up smoking. The wife, I won't say anything about the wife. I've given up smoking, and you know where I was going with that one. So I've given up smoking. I don't drink as much. I used to be a heavy drinker. I'm not now, and I do enjoy 2 or 3 beers of a night. You know, I don't have a drink till 9 o'clock at night, but I do enjoy 2 or 3 beers. And people say, "Oh, if you stop drinking, the pounds will fall off you." Yeah, they will. Or don't eat any carbohydrates and they'll shed off you. You shouldn't exercise like that. This will happen. You'll get advice from everywhere. But if you do what I'm going to suggest, you will lose it because I'm living proof, right? And I'm not going to bullshit anybody, as you like to say.
You better send it over, mate. Send it my way.
Yeah. But I will. I'll do it. And however long the video takes, I'll do it. Let me just see. Right. No, I don't think Richard. That's a bit personal, that one, Richard. I'm not going to. I'll put it up, but I don't think Trevor's going to answer that one. That's a bit.
I can answer that. I can answer that.
Go on then.
Yeah,
go
0.
On. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Tell him why.
So basically, what happened? The BUZZIN bar. So, as you know, it's in the building of Escape nightclub, which is owned by Steve, and Steve's got a few bars here, etc., etc. But basically, what happened was originally, Steve and I are good friends. And he said about he's going to open up the Escape nightclub in Treetown, and on the roof. We originally were going to put the BUZZIN bar on the roof as a rooftop bar. But unfortunately, the management company in Treetown decided in their wisdom that instead of allowing us to do that, they would allow us to do it on the basis that we paid double the rent, which was just crazy. So obviously we sacked that idea. And for me, in all honesty, the Buzzing Bar was just a conversation where, well, yeah, might be a good idea. Let's have a go. Anyway, so when that all doubled up and the rent was crazy, we said, well, no, just spin it off. And then Steve said, well, hang on, the bars, the nightclub's empty all day from like 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, right the way through till 11 o'clock at night. Why don't we dual purpose the building and do it that way? So I've put absolutely zero into the bar, and I get absolutely zero back out. It's just basically helping me with the channel in terms of it's a meeting point. I'm going to do a coffee meeting on a Monday and a Wednesday where midday people can come and meet each other. I'll tell people what's going on and tours and stuff like that. And then on a Friday we'll do a bar crawl. But that's it.
Yeah, I mean I know you're not. There's no BS here, because I remember we had a chat off screen or off camera a while ago, and I did say that. I sort of joked and said, "Oh, you must be creaming it in now with this new bar. What percentage are you on?" You said, "Well, I'm not getting anything," and you said the same thing. So Damien's saying hi to you there. Look, Damien says, "How?" It's not really a question. Well, how you've kind of explained it. How's your bar coming along, handsome Trev? Will look very nice when finished, and looking forward to having a look. How is it? I suppose with this 2-month thing, which we'll talk about in a minute, I suppose it's kind of put everything on hold, hasn't it? We won't get into that just yet, but. How was the bar up until this point? How's it coming along?
Yeah, we're planning to open on the 1st of December and selling ice creams and cups of tea.
All right, okay, yeah,
that's about what we can do.
I'll get back into everybody's questions in a second. I like to put the super chats up there. As a 22-year-old Latino that wants to go to Thailand for the first time, any tips of the do's and don'ts? Well, I'll tell you what, Ricardo, that's a great name as well. I'm not going to sit here and read out some do's and don'ts because there's so many. If you haven't been before, and I'm not just saying this to get you to watch all my videos. I've got some really good videos, and the titles will explain everything: do's and don'ts, 20 things to do, 20 things not to do, great places to stay, stuff not to get you into trouble. Just go through the titles, and if anything sounds interesting, have a look, and you will pick stuff up there. Because if I answered that question, Trevor and we could both answer it. We'd be here for another 3 hours, and we wouldn't talk about anything else. Right, okay. So we've done the Pattaya, the Buzzing Bar bit. Let's talk a bit more. Right, this thing that's come out, if anybody's, I'm sure everybody's heard about this, but it's been announced that the bars, they were talking that maybe the 15th of November. Now they're saying they won't open till at least again, until the 15th of January. And they just seem to be what do you think about this, Trev? They seem to be destroying Pattaya. It looks like they've targeted Pattaya and they're doing it by stealth. What do you make of it all?
I think it's a masterclass. I think it's an absolute masterclass what they're doing, because effectively what they're doing is they're using the COVID situation that we're all aware of, and they're using it under the guise that they want to protect the country, knowing damn well that by closing the bars like they've done and not allowing the alcohol, that, bars can't survive. I've lost so many friends here that have gone back to the UK or gone back home because they can't continue their bars. They've got no income. The girls, etc., they all need paying. So I think what Thai people, or what maybe people don't understand about Thai people, is Thai people are very resilient. So if they don't have anything, don't have any money, so normally the girls, particularly the bar girls, they will just go back home and the families will always take care of them. So I think what the government have done is a real masterclass, because they don't want to effectively put their hands up and say, guys, we're just going to shut you down, because there would be a mass, outburst, etc., etc. So I think what they've done is they said, look, we want to protect you. We don't want you to be vulnerable. So what we'll do is we'll just keep the alcohol down, and we'll you, knowing damn well that, December, January, February are the 3 most important months for any of the bars here, and they make most of their money to help them through the rest of the year. So, it's awful. There's no other way of putting it. It's awful. The morale here is just the lowest I've ever known it in 10 years of living here. There is no real projected future, because, as you just said there, Peter, and you're absolutely spot on, it's going to be discussed on the 15th of January. It's not necessarily going to be open. So, what's next on the agenda? Is it going to be Songkran? Are they going to remove Songkran from us? And if they do that, then, wow, we're in a mental mess.
I mean, there was a story about the concert they put on the other night. Let me just read this really short article out for you, and it says it all. Yeah, look, I just pulled this up. I think I got this from the Tiger today. It says, Pattaya's stupid rules are ruining tourism efforts. Ridiculous disease control measures are undermining Pattaya's efforts to rebuild tourism. The city's top business representative said there is virtually no point in organising festivals and events like the Pattaya Music Festival if alcohol cannot be sold in the city and crowd sizes are unnecessary, limited. Attendance at the weekend's music festival and hotel bookings at Pattaya were both very disappointed. Only 150 people were allowed into the gated stage. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it, Trevor?
It is crazy, you know, and when you look at it, I mean, you know, listen, we all know the situation with the coffee, the special coffees that are going on here. You know, it's just, I don't know. I can't get my head around it. Originally, when we first, you know, if you'd have gone back 2 years when this first started, nearly 2 years, okay, we all kind of like, well, wow, what's going on here? This is, you know, this is pretty bad. But we're nearly 2 years down the road now. We've just got to get on with it and say, right, listen, it's never going to go away. We know that it's never going to go away. So we've just got to accept what it is, put in the procedures that we can, and just move forwards, because, you know, starving the entertainment industry as well as tourism. All right, people say about, well, you know, they're going to kill the bars, but it's not just the bars. You know, people associate Pattaya with the nightlife, with the girl scene, etc., etc. Granted, but there's so much more to Thailand than just the bar scene. And all the other people that would come here on holiday, like people have been saying in the chats here, you know, I'm not going to risk it because I don't want to risk that the quarantine period. And that's great. You know, I totally get why they're saying that, and I definitely understand that. But we're only talking to people that are coming here to the nightlife. There's got to be, and has to be, thousands and thousands of other people that think exactly the same, that maybe not come to the entertainment zones. So, you know, what's Thailand achieving by doing this? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah.
Well, the reason I said to you, do you think they're killing China? Do you think they're, I said the right word there. The reason I said to you, do you think they're killing Pattaya by stealth, is because I'm kind of reading between the lines. And, you know, if you've got guys down there who are pumping their savings into keeping their bars afloat, they said they were going to open, people decorated, put in new floors and everything, and then they weren't allowed to open. Now, there are blue zones, you know, Bangkok, Phuket, lots of the islands, you know, they're opening up to tourists. But Pattaya is the biggest tourist destination. You know, okay, you could argue and say Phuket as well and these sort of places, but Pattaya is one of the, if not the, it's one of the main tourist areas, and they just seem to be really, like, it's almost, to me, for me, it's almost like they're saying, well, if we go long enough, all these guys who own go-go bars and bars, they're going to spend all their money, they're going to have to give it up and go back to their countries. And then when people from another country come in, if you know who I'm talking about, I'm sure everybody can read between the lines, we'll build all these big hotels for them, we'll build all these seafood restaurants, and from now on, Pattaya will be geared up for our good friends from here. Do you know what I mean? That's how I read it.
No, absolutely. I mean, you look at Soy Made in Thailand, you know, they've just crushed it, and that's going to be a new condominium block, another high-end condominium, just like they've done with the Edge at the bottom of Soy Honey. So, not Soy Honey, sorry, Soy Diana. So, you know, you're absolutely right, Peter. There's a lot that's going on here. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know why Pattaya seems to be under the watchful eye as much as it is. I'm guessing it's because of the entertainment. But, you know, with that entertainment, what they also got to understand is that employs literally tens of thousands of people here. So, you know, yeah, okay, it might be maybe a pimple on their ass they don't really like because people say, oh, yeah, it's because of this, and you do that there and you do this there. But they still employ thousands and thousands, and not just in the bars. You've got all the restaurants, all the hotels. You know, there's a huge role, you know,
taxi drivers. Yeah. I mean, there's an interesting comment there from Pattaya, Jimmy. I put that up earlier, but it's true. I mean, I wonder how many people, like myself, for instance, I was so close to booking up 2 weeks at Christmas. I was going to stay in Bangkok. My wife was probably going to go to South Korea. We were going to organize that. You know, my wife's from Korea, don't you, Trev?
Yeah.
She was going to go back there. And then I was going to go to Thailand, have Christmas Day with Simon and his family. And I was so close to booking that ticket. And when they made this announcement today, straight away, I said, that's it. No way. I'm not going to take the risk. And like Patty Jimmy's just said, I wonder how many people's cancelling today. There must be a lot, I guess.
Oh, there'll be so many. And the thing is, as well, is like, you know, like Andy just popped up on the chat there saying about his wife hasn't seen her family for 2 years. You can't risk, you know, there's so many inconsistencies in these testings as well. You know, they're not 100%, you know, accurate. And I'd be mortified if I sat on an airplane, paid all this money for all this insurance, the hotel and all the other things that you guys have to do and jump through. And if I paid all that money, got here and they went, oh, sorry, mate, you're positive, jump in there for 14 days at your own expense, I'll be gutted. Like, you know, and financially, you know, I don't know. It's just I don't want to seem like doom and gloom. I'm always like Mr. Positive. I try and always look at the good side of things, but you've got to be a realist as well. And the fact is that yeah, there are places here and people here that can survive this, but there's a lot that can't. And I've seen so many good bars, so many nice people have literally thrown everything at this to try and survive. I mean, you know, you're not talking 3 months, we're talking 2 years nearly.
I know.
And that's just incredible.
One of the questions that come up earlier, I can't find it now. I had it up on screen earlier, but whoever asked it, I can't remember who it was. Let me just see if I can see if I can see quickly. No, I've lost it because quite a lot of comments coming in. But somebody said, without kind of naming names, do you know anybody now with this announcement who's been hanging on, plowing in their own money, and they've now been told it's going to be 2 months before you, at least before you can, not 2 months and you can open, but 2 months at least. Do you know anybody there now who said that's it, that's finished me, I'm going back 100%?
I know, and I won't name names, but I know quite a few people that have been literally hanging on, expecting us to open this side of Christmas because, you know, like I said earlier, they make their money during Christmas and New Year. They can make enough money in those short period of time to last them 6 months. I know people now, and as I say, I won't mention them, but I know people now that if I go and see them tomorrow, are going to be absolutely on their ass.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. Yeah. It's just, you know, I don't want to be a doom and gloom merchant. As I say, I try and stay positive. You know, I'm very fortunate. I live in this beautiful place, and I am very fortunate. But I also am a realist, and I see these people, and you know, people just focus on the bar. Yeah, the bars. Okay, all right. Well, let's take that bar out, and also make unemployed the other 20 or 25 or 30 or 50 girls that worked in there. Make the six or seven security guards that worked in there, make them redundant. Make the service staff in there that were servicing, make them redundant. You know, all the taxi drivers are going to have less tourists, so they're going to have less money. The restaurants are going to have less people eating because there's less people here. It's just not as simple as saying, well, let's just bin the nightlife. That nightlife brings tens of thousands of people here week in, week out. And from that, this city thrives, and they've just squashed it.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, Pattaya is suffering more than anywhere, and it's really surprising, you know. But like you said, it looks all planned, but it's not only Pattaya. That I mean, if you look at all the staff who are in the entertainment, you know, they work in entertainment all over Thailand. I mean, they've all been hit hard. But you know, I was talking to somebody today, and they said, "Oh, the one thing I like about Trevor," because I said, "Oh, I've got Trevor on tonight," and the person I was speaking to said the one thing I like about Trevor when he's on, he's not Mr. Doom and Gloom. He's just out and about, and he's doing his interviews and he's doing his walkabouts and all this. And I said to the guy, I said, "Well, yeah, you know, nobody wants to be Mr. Doom and Gloom talking about all the negative stuff, but everybody on here, on your channel, on Ed's channel, on whoever's channel, NDTV." They're all guys who are here in the UK, Australia, America, wherever they are. They've been to Thailand before, the majority of them. They want to go back to Thailand. And, you know, they haven't all got the time to troll through all the websites that give out this information. So, you know, you watch a few of these YouTube channels, you can normally pick up the gist of it. So I think up to a point, yeah, you do a good job of not being too much like Mr. Doom and Gloom. But I think you've got to let people into a point and, you know, let them know what's going on. Right, over 305 in now. So if you've just joined us, welcome to you all, guys. I've got Trevor from BUZZIN Pattaya here, and he's here to answer any questions and have a bit of fun later on with some other stuff. I'm not getting too many questions, but I'm getting a lot of comments. A lot of people agreeing with what you're saying, Trevor. What else? Okay. I don't know if you get Paul Hoskin in your stream, but all is...
I know. Hello, Paul. How you doing?
Yeah. You have to... He's like he's like the naughty boy of the class, because his comments, they're never too rude. You're all right, Paul.
I can do a turn for you, Paul. Don't worry, mate. Come over. I'll do a spin round for you.
Yeah. Okay. So Stuart Master said, Nick Dean, NDTV earlier was saying maybe there will be Phuket-style exceptions for Pattaya, but not confirmed. But it's all such a long way away, isn't it, Trev? I mean, realistically, I mean, you're in Pattaya most of the time. You talk to all these guys. I mean, if you had to take a wild guess, I'm not saying the odd guy, you might get a guy who's really wealthy, can stay there for the next 10 years. Another guy is on his knees. But across the board, the bars, across the board, how long would you give them before most of them would have to say, that's it, I just can't do this anymore. I can't pay rent. I can't keep going. It's just come to the end of the line. How many months or how long could people keep going? Or is that a question
I think the issues are more about the landlords. The biggest problem the bars have with all the bar
Right.
owners and the managers that I speak to, their biggest issues are the landlords. Some landlords are being very supportive, really, really supportive. Some landlords are being completely unsupportive and demanding ridiculous situations that people just can't fund. So I think what we'll find is that I think areas like, you know, the Soy Bacau, LK metro areas, I think those areas will be able to stomach it a little bit longer. I think Walking Street is going to be a different kettle of fish. I think that's going to be under the cosh. Soy 7, Soy 8, you know, that was always struggling. Not the top end near Second Road, but the bottom end was kind of struggling anyway, to be honest with you. And there was always the hearsay about, oh, it's going to be bulldozed down and they're going to make hotels or restaurants or whatever. And then you got the Soy 6 situation. I mean, you know, I know Brian very well. You know, he won't mind me saying, you know, he is struggling with the situation, as are all the owners, you know, all the bar managers and owners. So I think we've got to give them something. So you've now just taken away Christmas. You've now just taken away New Year. That's two massive, massive blows. If they take away Songkran as well, which, you know, dare I say it could happen, then I think that's going to be a mortal blow. I really do. And I think we'll lose probably 50% of the bars here.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not. Well, how do you think it'll affect? I know you don't really spend too much time in places like Bangkok, but how do you see the future places like Nana Plaza and Soy Cowboy in Bangkok? Because, like you say, it's been 2 years now. They are now okay. They're still not allowed open. They're not allowed open as just bars. In Bangkok, restaurants can open and serve alcohol. When you think of a restaurant, you think of a traditional, Thai restaurant. But like I said earlier in the stream, you could have a good night out in Hooters on Soy 4. It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pretty girls there, and you know, you can have a nice, entertaining evening, drinking and eating with friends there. I mean, how do you see the future for the big entertainment venues in the ones that we guys go to, foreigners? Do you think there's going to be much changes? Many bars going under, new bars coming back? Will it ever get back to normal?
I think the Bangkok will be safe as houses. I really do.
Yeah.
For the simple fact is, people associate Bangkok as being a city that has a tiny little spots of entertainment that are that kind of entertainment. Whereas you come here, we've got everything that's that and a tiny few spots that are not. So I think Bangkok will survive. I can't see that, you know, and in many respects, it kind of looks like what we're trying to achieve here in many ways. I think, you know, the Walking Street, let's not get into that, but Walking Street's under immense pressure. There's always been the talk about they're going to change it and blah, blah, blah. Well, now it looks like that possibly is going to happen. There's obviously the indication about pushing the bars further inland, which is around the Soy Bacau Tree Town area, you know, it makes sense. You know, if you're walking down Beach Road and you're here as a family, you don't want to be walking past that kind of stuff with your kids. I get that. But so I think Pattaya is going to survive. I think it will be drastically changing over the next 6 to 12 months. I think we'll find a lot of things are going to move, but I think it will survive. And listen, at the end of the day, like let's be honest. Let's just say they cull half the bar. Let's just paint the worst picture ever now, and that'd be my end of my negativity. But let's just say they chopped half the bars here out, got rid of them. That's it. They're gone. And they moved it over to say Soy Bacau, Soy Lenki, all around that area. Well, it's still going to be a great place. It's still going to be good fun. And for those people that want to come here for the entertainment, they're still going to have a great time. And, you know, those that want to come here and enjoy well, dare I say the beach, but if they want to enjoy other aspects of Pattaya, well, then it's a winner for everybody. I just hate the fact that in order to achieve this, they are going to destroy people's lives in order to get the end result. And that's what hurts.
Yeah, the other big difference the other big difference between places like Nana Plaza and Pattaya, a lot of the bars, not all, but a lot of the bars in Pattaya are owned individually by people like Nick Dean. I can't think of anybody else, but you know, I mean, a guy goes to Pattaya with his life savings. He opens a bar, the pub. What's his name?
Phil.
You know, he owns that bar, doesn't he? Nick Dean owns his bar. Yeah. So they're one-man bands almost, and they haven't got unlimited. I can't get the words out. They haven't got loads of money, put it that way. And I assume, whereas places like Nana Plaza, most of them go-go bars, they're owned by huge companies with a lot of money behind them. Not all of them, but most of them. They're not owned by one guy who sold his house and opened, you know, because they're too much money. So it's just as tough for them. But that's the big difference as I see it. You know, they're kind of like almost like mum and pop go-go bars in beer bars in Pattaya, but in Bangkok you've got a lot more. You know, you've got a lot more money behind them. Let's just see what everybody else is saying. Pattaya Jimmy, the expat community has been keeping some of the Pattaya areas alive. Yeah, you're right, Jimmy, but it's not enough, is it? It's not enough to keep Pattaya going. They need the tourists back. One of the predictions I made, I might be totally wrong, you know, sticking my saying the wrong thing again, but the country there's three countries they're focusing on for tourism. That's India, China, and Russia. They want them in a big way. But what I could see maybe happening is maybe those three countries, the entertainment will be focused from Walking Street along the beach road, whereas guys like us will end up kind of cut off in our own area, which will be LK Metro, Tree Town, Soy Bakal, that sort of area. I don't know. That could. What do you think, Trevor? Could that ever happen? Is that a possibility?
I mean, anything's possible. You know what it's like
what
here,
do
mate.
you think yourself? Like,
I can see the pockets of entertainment being pushed over towards Soy. I really can, and they're doing it already. I mean, look at Soy Made in Thailand. You know, Soy Made in Thailand. The landlord there decided to sell out because the big developer came in and went, "Ka-ching, have some of this." And he went, "Yep, cheers for that, bye bye." And that, you know, so I can see it. I can see the pockets happening here.
Well, Black Bolt left a comment earlier. You know, I stay a lot of the time in. I'm just trying to see if I can see it. It was a very relevant comment. He said, "You know, I spend a lot of time in Hua Hin, Trevor. I'm a dinosaur now. You know, I've done my wild nights in Pattaya, so I tend to sort of ease off a bit in Hua Hin, Chatham, them sort of places. And they've now built, or pre-pandemic, when I was last there, they got they're building a high-speed overhead trains. The pylons look exactly like the BTS in Bangkok. They look exactly the same, but that's coming all the way from mainland China through Thailand, all the way down to Malaysia, and that's going to bring in absolutely thousands of people, you know, into Hua Hin, into possibly Penang, and you know, it's going to. I just think it's going to be a different beast, isn't it? When I was there in the early 90s, what's going to be there in 10 years' time? It's going to be totally different. It's totally different now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed in the 10 years I've been here. I mean, you've only got to look at like the east side of Pattaya, the dark side, as we call it. I mean, that's just, well, completely changed. So, you know, I think that change is inevitable, but we've got to embrace the change and work through it and get on with it. But what I would just ask is, can we please, at least just set the target and say, right, that's it. You know, this whole thing about the 15th of January, you know, that's not set in stone. Also, they've said that they are going to consider before the 15th of January other options. So it's not like that they've said definitely, but, you know, no alcohol in the restaurants. Maybe they can readdress that. You know, I don't know, but they have said that they will look at these things along the route to the 15th of January, and then they will reconsider the entertainment in the 15th of January. But, you know, they could do a little bit more to help things. You know, they could push it along a little bit better for us.
Right, I'm going to do a couple more questions, and then I'm going to change the tone of the live stream with you in it. We're going to, because you know, we don't want to depress everyone tonight. There's 355 in now. Here's a question from he's a regular. That's Javier. He's in every week, so he's saying, Trevor, which area in Pattaya you recommended to live? Let's say for a period of a couple of months, Naklua or Jomtien. I used to live in Naklua. Love it very much.
Jomtien all day long.
Yeah, and why? I lived in Naklua, funny enough. Why would you? What? Yeah. No, I mean, Jomtien's great. Naklua was okay because it was a bit quieter. But why do you say Jomtien? What's?
I like Jomtien. It's got a much nicer beach. It's a really long stretch, especially if you go up to Na Jomtien. Of course, you know, I like Jomtien. I think it's a lot more chilled out. It's a lot more relaxed. You've got a good selection of restaurants there. Some really, really good restaurants there. There's some nice condominiums. So if you are looking at a long stay, and you can get yourself in some of the condos there. There's some, you know, great condos there. And I just think Jomtien's like, it's a bit like a posh version of the dark side of East Pattaya. You know, it's just got the nice beach and stuff. Whereas like Naklua, you know, I've been to Naklua quite a few times. I find it a little bit compact. I find it, you know, back in the day, I don't know if it's now, but I don't really go there a lot. But there was a lot of like Scandinavians and Russians and that sort of stuff. And nothing against those people, but just, you know, it's nice to be able to turn around and say, okay, mate, and actually understand what they say back to you. But I would definitely go Jomtien, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Football nerd. Totally forgot the stream today. You're on every week. You haven't. We've been on the doom and gloom bit at the moment, so there's a lot of fun stuff coming up later on. Let me just see if there's anything else for you here, Trevor. What's that? Peter has lovely normal ears. What does that mean?
Oh, mate. Mate. Who said that? Who said that?
Sorry, Trevor. I didn't realise what he was doing there. Only me. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Is he winding
it's
you up?
Jimmy. It's bloody Jimmy.
Is it?
It's down to Pattaya Jimmy. He's a dick.
It didn't click until I read it. I thought I had some like homosexual admirer or something. You know, I thought at 62 he's probably Stevie Wonder's brother.
No, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is, Peter. It's just Jimmy. He's just such a lad. He's so funny. But what he does is he picks on one thing, and he just repeats it enough times that people start to join in, and then eventually it becomes it. So he's saying, I've got big ears. So that's why he's saying, you've got normal ears, because only, what's his name? Only Boys there just jumped in. It's down to Jimmy, mate. Honestly, I can't wait to see him, because I'm going to kick his good leg away. And then he'll be in all the trouble.
Right. Okay. So I've got a big smile on my face. Right, guys, it's that time.
Oh,
Do you remember, was it 2 weeks ago, Trevor? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Right, you know I do the ladyboy competition. It's spot the ladyboy. A lot of you get it right. It's not easy, guys. It's really not easy. Sometimes after I put the pictures together, I forget and I think, oh, which one was it? But luckily I write them down so I don't make any mistakes. It's there. What if it's a ladyboy? It's a ladyboy. So I do this competition. I did it once and it become popular, and I find I'm sort of compelled to do it every week now. I've changed the format because Trevor did it a better format. But Trevor came on and he threw down the gauntlet to me. He didn't tell me he was going to do it. So what he did, he got me on the stream and he said, right then, Peter, he said, you're always asking people about how can they spot ladyboys. Let's see how good you are. So he put these 3 pictures up, and I've admitted to Trevor tonight, the first one was lucky because I almost said the wrong one. The first one he showed me, I got all 3 right, but I nearly got the first one wrong because I was just about to say the one on the right, and somebody left a comment and said, look, check out the hands on the one on the left. And look, and within a second, I said to Trevor, I've got it. It's the one on the left. So that saved me. So I'm not as clever as Trevor thought I was on that night. I would have got 2 out of 3. But because of that hint, I got 3. So what we're going to do it the same format as Trevor did it. It's I've got 3 cards, right? There's going to be a lady boy and a lady. And I'm not going to say left or right, Trev, because it gets confusing because we're all back to front. So it'll be one's got a white dress, one's got a brown dress. Which one's the lady boy? We'll do it like that. So you guys can all come in on it, but please don't guess yet. Let Trevor come on by himself first. So I'm going to put the first card up. I'll let Trevor guess it. When he says he's ready.
I tell you, the internet's going? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. The internet's gone. Oh, God. But I've been stumped 3 times by ladyboys, so clearly my radar's rubbish anyway.
You haven't got them wrong yet, Trevor. You might get them all right. At least if you get one, you can.
I've shagged 3 ladyboys, mate. My radar's awful.
Let me see your hand. Yeah, you'll be fine. Right, guys. So if you haven't been here before, I'm going to show Trevor 3 cards. One's a ladyboy, one's a regular girl. Now, guys, please don't tell me in the comments what you think it is. I'm going to throw it open to you guys, but at the end. So I'm going to say to Trevor, which one is it? Trevor will give me his answer. Then I'll throw it over to you. I'll give you the answer. Then we'll move on to number 2. So, Trevor, the gauntlet is going to be thrown. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on. Let's do it. Oh,
maybe
man.
15 seconds. And which one of these is the ladyboys? Is it the one sitting on the bed or the one with the white wall?
I made these far easier than this. Oh, my good Lord.
Is that easy then?
No, I'm saying I made these easier for you. This is... And
no,
you can't.
You said you tried to trick me.
Oh, man. Oh, God. I'm in a world of trouble.
It's a 50.
Well, that one on the one in the not on the bed, the one not on the bed, her hands look quite big, but the one on the bed, well, her hands look quite big as well. Oh, God.
Decisions.
Oh, I'm gonna go with oh man, I don't want to do this. One on the left.
Which
stood
one
up?
Is that
stood
up.
up.
On the bed
stood
or
up.
The one with the hand.
Stood up.
So you think the one? You think the
yes.
one? Not the one on the bed. You think the one in
stood
the
up.
kind of bluish dress with a picture
not on the bed.
That one.
Yeah, not on the bed. Not on the bed.
Not on the bed. Are you sure?
Is
You're
a
sure
lady
about
boy.
it,
The one on the bed's a woman. The one on the stood up's not.
Last chance.
Oh man.
Okay, let's throw it open. What do you think, guys? Is it the one on the bed or the one standing up? Which one is the lady boy?
Stood
Let me
up.
just go down. Right, I don't know where to start. Right, I'm going to have to start with. Hang on, how far do they go up?
That's okay. Andy agrees with me. So if I get it wrong, what about Jimmy? Not on the. Oh, that's right. So that's fine. I don't care now. If I get it wrong, Andy and Jimmy both agreed with me, so I'm happy.
Right, Football Nerd says Peter's rubbing it in Trevor's face. I'm not. Honestly.
He is. He's loving it.
No. I thought to myself today, shit. Well, before we came on, I thought, shit. If he doesn't get at least one, it's going to be an uncomfortable situation. But you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Is that the one? Then you're going to give me that one?
Bar finds and power lines. He reckons it's he'd take both. Right. So I just.
Well, I would have been to fair.
Right. So guys, I want to know which one is the lady boy, the one sitting on the bed or the one standing up. Which one? I'll throw it open again, and then I'll let you know. We'll come back to Trevor. Michael, we're not doing left or right. We're doing sitting down or standing up. Richard says the one on the bed is the lady boy. Pattaya Crazy says the one on the bed is a lady boy.
There's a lot saying standing, which is comforting.
Yeah, there's a lot saying the one on the bed as well. Not on the bed.
I'm trying to ignore those.
Okay. I can't read them all out because there's so many, and I've got to put Trevor out of his misery. Let me see. Richard.
I am good at quizzes. My quizzes I'm really good at.
Yeah? Okay.
No.
Neil says standing.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Right. Okay. There's loads of them here. I can't get them all out because Trevor's going to have a heart attack in a minute. A couple more. Lewis says 50-50. Matthew says standing. Right. Let's look at the picture again. Right. Last time. It's not too late, Trevor. I'll give you one more chance.
I'm sticking to my guns. The one stood up is the lady boy. The one on the bed, I'd have a go.
You sure?
Yep.
All right. How's your street cred going to be after this?
Oh, I ain't got no street cred, mate. I've been done 3 times with lady boy, so it's not an issue.
That sounds a bit naughty. Right.
Oh, it was.
The lady boy. The lady boy. Wait for it. The lady boy is not the one on the bed. You got it right.
Come on, have some of that. Yes.
So even if you get I don't think you'll get any wrong, but even if you got the next 2 wrong, you're not going to do the walk of shame. You can walk with your head held high, right?
Oh man, that's a relief. That's a relief.
You feel better now. Because at least with one, when I did yours last time, I was thinking, shit, if I get 1, I can walk out with my head hung high. I got the 3. The only bad thing is if you get 3, the next stream or video you do, you're going to get what I got. People will leave comments saying, man, you must love those lady boys. You know what you do when you go to Thailand. Right.
I've even had 2 at the same time, Peter. 2 at the same time in Walking Street.
Yeah. I'm not going to go there. Right. Number 2, and again, guys, don't. Let me just put the last comment on so I know where to start. Paul Hoskins says, back to the next.
Gabby's there as well. Gabby from last call.
I'll know where to start. No, right. Hang on. Let me go down to Leeds. That's the last comment. That was a tough one. Right. Here we go. Are you ready, Trev?
Right.
For the number 2?
Come on in. Let's do this one.
Right.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Okay.
Which one is the lady boy? Is it the one in the white or the one in the bra?
Jesus.
I wish I had some of that funny music. Do, do, do.
Oh,
Come on, Trevor. You're an expert.
See, the one with big bangers, her face does look a bit chiseled, but the one on the left, oh my Lord.
You got 408 people in the stream watching you now, hanging on to every breath, hanging on to every word you're saying.
There's no clues though, is there really? I mean, those bangers, everyone can have bangers. That's easy. But that one on the left, she looks too feminine to be feminine. Oh God.
Well, one is a lady and one is a...
Oh, man.
I'll have to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man. Oh God. The face on the one with the bangers looks really masculine. Bangers.
Right. So you're saying the lady boy is the one in the kind of bikini.
In the bang, yeah, big bangers. Yeah, big bangers.
The one with the you're saying the one in the white is a lady, and the one
sitting
down is the lady boy, right?
Yeah,
last chance.
Oh God,
sure?
Yeah, the bra. Yeah, the bra.
All right, so Trevor's saying the lady boy is the one in the bra. Let's see throw it open to everyone. Don't worry, Trevor. It's only a fun competition. You're not going to get hung, drawn, and quartered if you don't get it
No,
right.
what you don't understand, Peter, is in my Discord group, they batter me. They absolutely, so they are going to nail me for this. And, mate.
No, but you can take a win. You can get something out of this because if you don't get them all right, you can say, "Hey, it just proves I don't hang around ladyboys as much as Peter does." Right? Okay. So let me just see who was the last comment. I've got to find. I put it on Leeds.
Jimmy said white. So Jimmy's gone against me there, Peter. Jimmy says white. So now we've got a problem.
Well, no, I mean he might be wrong, mightn't he? But he might be right. So, okay, Darcy left. We're not doing left or right. It's bra or the lady. Just say white or bra. Right. Mark Hewitt says bra. Chris says bra. The bra. Which one? You said the one with the bra is the lady boy, right, Trevor?
Yeah.
Everyone's agreeing with you here. Bra is lady boy. Bra. Mac Knight says white. Will Smith bra. Yeah, most people. I can't read everybody out, but most people are sort of saying. Coxie says right, so I presume that's right. Is that my right or your right? Okay, Simon bra. Okay. Boys Town white. Okay, right. I can't.
Matthew says, "Look at the hands."
Got about 80 here.
Matthew says, "Look at the hands in white." Matthew Green is saying, "Look at the hands in white." Oh, okay.
But I could be deceiving you, Trevor. I might be doing what you did.
Oh God!
Right, I tell you what. Last chance. You can change your mind if you want, or you can stick with your original answer. You said before the ladyboy is the one with the bra. You can change it if you want to. It's up to you. I'll give you one last chance.
See, JD's just said there both times. Hips don't lie. I say the white. Really?
Yeah, but you mustn't. Yeah, but you mustn't look at the. They might be right, and you might be right, and they might be wrong, or it could be the other way around. Right, I'm going to count you down, Trevor. You have to make a decision now. You've said the one with the.
But Bangers has got a chiseled face. Look at her face, Bangers. She's got a mind you, so's the one in the white. Oh God.
Go on,
no, I'm going to stick to Bangers.
All right, that's it. Time up. So you're saying the lady boy is the one with the sitting down with the bra on, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Balloons.
The lady boy is the one in white.
Damn.
Yeah. So you got one more chance. If you look very carefully, Trev, look at the face.
Yeah.
Now I've told you it's a lady boy. Can you? The reason I did what you did, I purposely picked that picture because the face and the bones are it's quite a big bone girl, and it's going to be confusing. And I've done that in purpose because you did it to me. So there we go. So you're even Stevens now. We've got one more to go. Let me just see. Let me go down to the last comment again, so I don't want to miss. Well done to you if you got it right. So the last comment is from Matt Knight. I'll highlight that. 2 for baby, and then we'll do the last one now. But don't worry. I'm sure you're going to get this one right. And you've got one. We've done 2. You've got one. You've got one right, one wrong. And now this is your final one. Are you ready?
Oh, go on then. Let's do it. Oh, man.
You look like you've been. You look like you've been. I can't say it on here, but
it's all. But what the thing is, Pete, what you don't miss is I will now get absolutely battered for days.
No, I see it the other way. I see it the other way because you can say I know nothing about ladyboys, right? So you're going to get a bit of street cred. Me, I got so much crap because I got all 3 of them right. Right, last one. This should be an easy one for you, Trevor.
Ty Leeds, look, Trev's used to losing.
And I'm not. Look, whatever happens, I'm not gloating. Okay, it's just fun. I said to you earlier.
You got 3 out of 3.
Yeah, I know, but it was. I told you the first one was luck, wasn't it? I nearly got that wrong until somebody said, "Look at the hands." Right, you ready? Number 3. Here we go. Which one?
Oh, is it really?
Is it yellow dress or white top? Which one is the ladyboy?
White top.
Okay, you think the one in the white top is a ladyboy?
Yeah, all day long.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me throw it open, see what everybody else is saying.
Yeah, I know her.
Do you?
No, but I'm hoping I do.
Okay. Right, so Trevor's saying the one in the white is the ladyboy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go get these, go down and see what you guys are saying.
Yeah, white top.
Shane Old Traveller says buzzing. Shane Old Traveller says buzzing undone. Only on one. He got one right.
Andy Wheeler, white top. That's good. Jimmy says white. That's good. I don't care now.
Siam I am says vein on breast was dead giveaway. Okay, yeah. Well, I did. You know what? That's a really good point. I didn't notice that point, but the false ones, they don't have the veins, do they? Because it's plastic or rubber, whatever's in there. Very good, well spotted. Just see what everybody
Bit late for that tip, isn't it?
What's that?
I said it's a bit late for that tip.
Yeah, it is a bit late for that tip. Should have come in, but I wouldn't have told you. I wouldn't have put the comment up. Right, Tilt's got 2 wrong, so don't feel too bad. Pat here, Jimmy says I'm 2-0. Okay. Black Bolt says yellow dress. So you're saying the one in the yellow dress is a ladyboy, right?
No, in the white top.
The one in the white. It's kind of even Stevens. Dave Andrews says white. Eric says white. Prior 9 says yellow ladyboy. Okay, I'm just going to go for it now. Let's, Trevor.
White top. White top.
Hang on. I'm not. Hang on. Where are we? I'm just trying to. Hang on. You're there. I just want to see your veins. Top, I'm sweating more than you look. I'm watching. I'm sweating. Right. Okay. So this is the last one for Trevor. He's got 1 right. He's got 1 wrong. I hope he does well. Now, just in case there's any feedback on here, I haven't made a mistake. The ladyboy picture I've got from a site that only has ladyboys on it, and the woman I've got from a totally different place. So there's no mix-up. Okay. So last chance, Trevor. You can change it if you want to. It's up to you. It was kind of even on the comments. So is the ladyboy the one in the white or the one in the yellow? 10, 9, 8.
No, white. No, white. I'm sticking to white.
You're sticking to the white. You sure?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Although the one on the left's got a new nose, and they've had a nose job.
Well, they all do, don't they? You can still change. It's up to you.
Oh man, no white. Let's go for white.
White. Okay. All right. So about half of people thought it was the one in white. So I'll put you out of your misery now. The ladyboy, and I can guarantee this 100%. The ladyboy is the one with the yellow dress on.
Ah.
You got 1 right, Trev. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But you know, I hope you don't look, guys. If you watch this, don't rib Trevor too much. He doesn't have ladyboys. It's as simple as that, isn't it? But
it's all good fun, mate. All good fun.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rub your face. I'm glad you got 1 because I thought today, like I said earlier, I thought if he gets all 3 wrong, it's going to be an uncomfortable end to us, you know. But no, that was fun. And look, Trevor, it's not easy because I did the same as you. I matched pictures that look like, especially that number 2. I thought, hey, he might get this, he might not, and it was just unfortunate. I was lucky last week, to be honest with you. You know, I could have been just as unlucky, but you got 1, and that's the main thing. Let's just stick something up so you can have a breather. Let everybody. I'll do something for fun, just so you can get your heart rate back. Let me put up these. Let me put up. What should we put up? Let's do the Peter Kay adverts. There's 3 of these guys, and these, if you're not English, these are from the 80s or 90s. Peter Kay is a famous comedian in the UK, and he was advertising beer. And he did a run of adverts, and these are quite funny. There's 3 of them. The total video is about 1.5 minutes. Trev, breathe. Breathe.
Come on, Mum. Time to go.
Go where?
The old people's home. They'll look after you now. It's for the best.
Are you mad? I'm 55.
I know, but I've had a word with them. They'll take you. Come on.
Get off. Why should I go live in an old people's home?
Because I want to put a snooker table in your bedroom and the kids are frightened of your moustache. Now come on. Avanti. Right, hold on here. Hello? Sarah?
It's babysitter.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, okay, put her on. Hello, Brittany. It's Daddy. You what? She's having nightmares. About the wardrobe monsters. There's no such thing as wardrobe monsters. It's the burglars that breaking through the window. That's what you want to be worried about. Sweet dreams. She's gone. 2 more lambooners here. What? Living in a box for Brian, whose wife kicked him out last night. Moving on. Oh! Special request now from the father of the bride, Alan. He says, please play something special for my lovely daughter on this, her wedding day. Oh. So here's Kid Creole with Annie, I'm Not Your Daddy. Check it out. Oh! I thought everybody knew.
Bring back memories, Trev.
Yeah,
you know,
great.
You know Peter Kay, don't you? I tend to, because I'm in the UK, I'm not saying you've got it easy. The guys in Thailand, you probably got it harder than me, actually, because I've got these stories and things. But I try, when I do the streams, like, you know, like you, I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. So I kind of try and get through the serious news parts in the beginning. And then I try and find stuff like this just to put a smile on people's face. It's not for everybody, but, you know, I kind of like them. I don't know if you're into stuff like that yourself, but you remember them.
Yeah, that's completely good.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, Peter, what we're going to do is next month you're going to come back on my channel and we're going to have another go.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
We've got to have a game. We got to have 10. I'm not happy you got three out of 3. So come on, we've got to have a go.
It's like, okay. Prison rules now, is it? Right. Okay. I'm going to have to start doing some research on this. Yeah, I know. I'd love to come back on, and I might get all 3 wrong, but I won't be bothered because you know, both of us, we're straight, right? Nothing against lady boys, but we're straight. And I sound like I'm kind of trying to cover up now. I'm getting more sweat here. But let's brush that under the table. We'll do it again. I'll come back on yours. You can come back on here. And right, let me just see what else we can talk about.
See Tony's comment. I bet you've both played Conkers with ladyboys.
Yeah. Let me have
I've played with their Conkers. I've played with their Conkers.
Yeah, I am. Thanks for that $5. Appreciate that. Patty or Jimmy, have you done that twice? Because you did one early in the stream. I don't know if I think you've done it.
No, he's done it again. He's done it again.
Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, appreciate that. I've done quite well on the super chats tonight. Thanks, guys. Thanks to everyone. Let me just go through some comments, see what everyone's saying. Trev, you're all right for a while, are you?
Yeah, you carry on, mate. It's all good fun.
Okay. Guys, if you've got any more questions for Trevor, you can still ask them, but let's not get too serious now because, you know, we were really getting into the depressive stuff. We all know there's no alcohol until at least the 15th of January. We all know the problems with the Thailand pass. We know everything that's gone. We've done it, been there, bought the book. Let's I
could tell you about my ladyboy in Bangkok in the Nana Plaza if you want.
Go on then. Make it a short one. Oh, all right. Okay.
But no, if they want me to tell them, I'll tell them because some of the people that on here have already known about it. But if people want me to tell that was the best one I got done with, but I can do that if they want.
When you say got done with, I'm getting nervous now.
Oh no, we went the whole way. Yeah, all right, I'll tell you. So basically, what happened was I was in Nana Plaza and just had a really bad night. Just nothing was really clicking for me. I was going around all the bars, blah blah blah. Sorry.
How long ago was this? Was it when you first arrived, or?
I've been here about 2 years, I think, and
right.
Yeah, about 2. So anyway, you'll know. Is it Hillary's at the bottom at the front there, opposite Nana Hotel?
Opposite Nana's is now. Oh blimey! There's so
Hillary's,
many Hillary's. Yeah. Well, as you walk into Nana on the right, the first bar on the right is a Hillary's. I don't know which number it is. In there,
well, so anyway, so I'd had a really crap night. I thought I've had enough now. I'm going to go. So I was with a couple of lads. I said, right, I'm off, boys. See you later. So anyway, I went down, sat, and I had one last beer. I thought I'll have a beer. So I'm sat in Hillary's, and you know, if you sit in Hillary's opposite the Nana Plaza, and there's the taxi, and they stand, the girls stand opposite. Well, anyway, this girl got on a motorbike, and I was like, oh my good lord! I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I go home now. I said, no. I said, listen, I've had a terrible night. Come and have a beer with me. No, I go home. I'm like, no, come on. Anyway, so she sat and had a beer with me. And, you know, we got a little bit friendly, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, I'm only staying over the road here. I said, like, fancy coming over? She's like, oh, you sure? I said, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry. I mean, she was stunning. So anyway, so now I always stay in the Nana Hotel. So the concierge there, you know yourself, Pete, who's been there many, many years, like since it started.
Oh, yeah.
So I've walked over there. Anyway, this time he's given it to me. Mr. T, tonight, ladyboy. And I'm like, shut up, whatever. I was laughing and joking with him because she gave her ID card in at the reception like they have to. So we've gone over towards the lift and he's laughing away and I'm whatever. So gone up in the lift, got into the room and I wanted to get a bit fruity and she weren't having none of it. She's like, oh, no, shower. Okay, well, we'll shower together then. No dramas. No, I'm shy. I shower alone. I'm like, oh, what were you being? Okay, hurry up. So anyway, so she's gone in and showered, come out with the towel wrapped around her. So I'm sat on the bed still. So I'm like, oh, you know, come here. And I've tried to have a little bit of a cuddle. And she's like, no, you go shower. I'm like, all right, I'll go shower. So literally it was like a lick and a tickle. I'm like, flipping quick shower, got outside. By this time, she's in bed, only got the lamp on, all the lights are out, under the duvet.
Hang on.
So I'm thinking.
Hang on. And you still haven't guessed anything.
Oh no.
You don't know. Okay.
I'm thinking happy days. I've had a crap night. I'm going to get a reward.
I'm just getting it all down here. Speak a bit slower because I've got to get, you know. Go on, carry on.
So anyway, so she's under the duvet, only the table lamp's on. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I've got into bed And she's like, turn the light off. And I'm thinking, look, I know I'm not Brad Pitt, but, you know, don't take the mickey out of me. Come on, you know, be fair. So I've turned the light out. So we've had a bit of a kiss. And then I've had a little play with the balloons. And I've had a little wander down south. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. There was a little pencil there. And I'm thinking, no way. Like, you've got to be shitting me. Really?
You honestly
no idea.
Until that point,
no idea.
You weren't thinking, well, if it is, I'm not bothered, or you honestly had no idea.
I had no idea. Literally, I was having a bit of a smooch, having a bit of a play, went down south, and I was just like, you've got to be shitting. Fortunately, it wasn't small pencil, so that was a bonus. But I was just like, you've got to be shitting me, like, seriously. And she's like, oh, I think you know. I'm like, man. So anyway, so I thought, well, I've got option 1. Get dressed, get out, see you later. Option 2 is to take one for the team and crack on. Or option 3, we just both go to sleep and just call it a day. So I'll tell you what, let's throw it open to your guys. What did I do? Option 1, get out. Option 2, take one for the team. Or option 3, we just both went to sleep. What do you reckon? See who knows me.
Well, I'll give my option at the end there.
Go on,
right, we'll give them a minute. And while people are thinking about that, we'll do another 3 PG tips adverts because the guys like these. Then we'll come back to that one. Right. Let's have a look. Where are we? We'll stick to the comments then.
So one is do one, 2 I had a crack, and 3 we both went to sleep.
Yeah, you'll have to get these in quick, guys. Stuart says 3. Right, let me guess. What did you do? How long had you been in Thailand? I'm going to guess now. How long were you in Thailand?
I've been here about 2 years.
2 years. Okay. And was there much alcohol in the system at this point?
Not really. By that time, I kind of like got out of my system. I'd had a few beers, but I wasn't like legless.
Was this particular ladyboy one of the stunners, or did it look like a truck driver with a dress?
Oh, fit as, mate. Fit as. When she got on the motorbike, I was just like, whoa, where are you going? Like, don't go. Come and join me.
Right. Well, the jury's in. I think you gave her one, Trev.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled her over and just banged one in there. Said that'll do.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the thing is, put it this way, Peter. Just look at it this way, right? If I'd have said to you guys, I went to sleep, you'd be like, no, he didn't. If I said to you, I told her to leave, they'd be like, yeah, of course you did. But I didn't. I thought, well, I'm here now. I might as well just crack on.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not just saying this. Honestly, I've never done it myself, but the reason probably was when I was in Thailand, I had my missus with my wife with me. The reason I got experience with the bars, I did go out with friends and I was a people watcher and I got, I feel like I'm kind of like, I feel like I have done it and I'm lying now, but honestly, I haven't. And I don't think I've spoken, I don't know if you know guys like this, but I've spoken to guys who they're totally not into that sort of thing at all when they're at home. But when they go out to Thailand, they do. And they go with girls as well. And I said, well, why, are you kind of on the fence? And they say, no, I like girls. And I said, but why do you do it when you're in Thailand? I just say, I don't know. It's just part of my trip to Thailand. I've always done it, but I like girls, and it's really strange how people sort of change out there and do things like that.
No, it's true, but that is true though, Pete. You're absolutely right. You do kind of like step away from all this fear factor and stuff. But then, of course, if you was back home, let's be honest, if you were back home and you went down the local boozer and you're like, you're right, boys, yeah, did you have a good night last night? Oh, mate, yeah, cracked one into a ladyboy. You'd be like, they'd be like, what? Do you know what I mean? You'd be just booted out of your group of mates. Whereas out here, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, I got absolutely slaughtered drunk one day. Was going up to the taxi rank at the top of Second Road off Walking Street. Walked around the corner, beautiful long blonde hair girl. I was like, whoa. Went back to the room. We got a bit intimate. I passed out because I was so drunk, and I woke up to a money shot, which luckily didn't hit my chins. It went on my chest. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, unbelievable. But but luckily she missed one of my 6 chins and hit me on the chest, on my tits. So I was quite lucky with that. But yeah, I passed out because when I'm drunk, I just go to sleep. So I was like passed out. Literally, I woke up and it's like, I was like, oh, what are you doing? What is that about?
I was thinking when you told me that story just now, we had a lady in this stream earlier, and I'm wondering if she's still here. That's all right. That's all right. As long as your mum won't see this, will she?
Oh, my mum knows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, I'll tell me mum. I said to my mum, don't worry about it. She knows.
Right, what's it? Trevor, no worries. I frequent Straps first couple of nights in Nana. Lovely specimens till I got caught. Do you know, one of the questions that comes up on here quite a lot of times, people say to me, oh, do you think guys in Thailand accidentally take lady boys back to the room? Okay, that's the exception, what the story you've just told us, but I don't think so. Do you? I mean, because it's different looking at pictures to seeing them in real life, because there's a lot of I mean, even a novice would get it most of the time. You know, I don't think people do it by accident. I mean, not very often anyway.
I can honestly say, if I was in an environment where it was blatantly obvious that person was a ladyboy, no, I wouldn't engage. But the times that I've been caught, unfortunately, one was just lust, and that was that. That's the Bangkok one. The other one, I was mortaled, and obviously the money shots. And the other one, I was trying to go. I used to stay in a Windy Inn at the end of Walking Street, and I've been out. Same story, blah blah blah. Anyway, I was wandering back to my hotel, leathered, and I woke up in the morning having been leathered.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, what KTM says, nothing ventured, nothing gained, give and take, mate. Right, I think we're going to move on from the ladyboy subject now, because it's
that's why I'm gutted my radar didn't work.
we've done the competition, we've had true confessions, got it all down here. News of the world. There's news of the world still around? I don't think so. Right,
Sunday sport, mate. Sunday sport.
I'll tell you what, tell a very short story, because my beers will freeze up otherwise, because I've got to go and get the beers out of the freezer. Talk about
you got to get the beers out of the freezer. Well, what do you want to? Okay, what do you want to talk about, guys? Give me best advice for the fresh guys going to Thailand.
1 minute you got.
All right. So, Cancellation says best advice for the fresh guys going to Thailand the coming month. If you haven't been here before, my advice would be just keep your eyes open and don't get carried away in your first visit, because it's very easy to get swept away in the emotion of everything, and just, you know, you think to yourself, oh, this is going to be brilliant. And then, you know, there are a few things that can catch you out and go wrong. So just, you know, just take it step by step, day by day. Never carry more money out in your wallet. Nice one.
Yeah,
that was good.
One for you.
Hey, I'm jealous. Cheers, my man. And never carry more money with you than what you actually need for your night out. As simple as that. Don't go out wedges. I've seen guys walking around with proper wedges, and I'm like, dudes, you're just asking for trouble. So, you know, just enjoy it. Take it for what it is. Just take it, you know, have fun.
Right. Okay. Right. What we're going to do now, because we've been on. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do a long one tonight. It's an hour 17 minutes.
Can I interrupt you very quickly, Peter?
Pardon?
Sorry to interrupt, Richard. Yes, just connect with me on Discord or an email, mate. But yeah, happy to meet up with you, mate. No dramas. Sorry, Peter. Sorry.
No, you're all right. Well, I'll just see a few things. What's Gary said? Don't get drunk like you do in your own country. Well, you can get drunk, but you got to keep your wits about you.
Yeah, football nerds got a good one there. Keep the drinks in check and lock up extra money in your bag. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, right. So it's that time again, guys. Let's do the monkeys, the 3 PG tips adverts. We've got 3 every week. I've still got another week's worth, and then that's pretty much it. So I love these. These are my favourite ones. Here we go.
Ryder, I'm fed up with this blinking washing up.
You've always got your hands in the sink, Dolly. Relax and have a cup of PG.
My Phil always calls me his little dishwasher.
What do you call him then?
Bone idle. Taste.
So, how's it going then, boys?
I can't get a picture at your telly, missus.
I'm not surprised. That's the microwave.
Right.
Tell you what, maybe a nice cup of PG tips could do something for your brightness.
Lovely.
There's no better tea than PG.
Here, Stan. I got a picture. You never. Looks like a spaghetti western.
Oh, don't talk bolognese.
The city is restless. We need to acquire a company or two.
Sir, Consolidated Bananas is up for grabs.
Don't be a chump. I want something of taste, distinction, something the shareholders will swallow.
PG tips, says Simeon.
Brilliant! You'll buy PG tips.
But I already did.
Yeah, do you remember them, Trev? They're brilliant.
Yeah, mate, brilliant. They're so politically incorrect now, aren't they?
Yeah. I've not had a problem with YouTube with them so far, but I've got.
No, I meant back in England, like they don't do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Matthew Green, Peter, I've been to Thailand 3 times and stayed in Hua Hin all 3 times, 3 months each time, so total 9 months. Where else is a good stay for a nice beach, but not too loud or too quiet? Do you know where it'd be perfect for you? Chatham. or Hua Hin. You said you stayed in Hua Hin. You must have visited Chatham. It's a 20-minute taxi drive. Have you been there, Trevor?
Yeah, lovely place, man.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they must have filmed the Bounty adverts there somewhere around there. It's absolutely really nice. What else we got here?
My favourite island's Koh Kud. You been there, Peter? Koh Kud?
I haven't been there, no. The problem is when I was there, I tended to, because I was working when I was there. My background's hotels, and then so when I had time off, I tended to, in the early days when I was younger, when I was sort of 32, I'd head down to Pattaya and have a blast for the weekend or the week. And then as I got older, it was because when you're working, you want to make the most of your time off.
Yeah.
I've been to several islands, but not that one. Gordon says, I like the monkey from 1 year ago where the chimp says in there. Yeah, we had that one on here, Gordon. Bond, my name is Bond, Brooke Bond. I think that was on the second lot we did. Let me see, because we're running out of time here, guys. Let's see what else we've got. Right, let's do, this is quite a good one. This is just a very, very short one. Let's see if you remember this one. Classic. The ones we did, I did the high karate ones was it 2 weeks ago? I mean, they look a bit dated now, but they still put a smile on everybody's face. Well, most people's faces.
Brilliant,
right, let's go back into the comments. How long we got? We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I was just thinking when I went out to get the beers and you were answering somebody's question, there's a possibility that somebody came onto the stream for, I'm on Thailand bound. Hang on a minute, am I on Thailand bound or BUZZIN Pattaya here? Because you were on, weren't you? I wasn't here. Yeah, all right. Ty Daper says Chatham is a very nice place. Try the individual bungalows, small but quiet and private. A lot of these places are a lot nicer if you take somebody with you, but they can be a bit boring if you're on your own. Would you agree with that, Trevor?
Yeah, definitely.
You have to agree with that because you're on my stream.
No, you're right though. You're absolutely spot on, mate. Take company with you, definitely.
I mean, if you're on your own, of course, places like Pattaya, you can have a blast anyway. But if you go to the islands or somewhere quieter, Rayong, something like that, if you've got a partner where you can go for some really beautiful seafood dinners, sit by the pool, you can really have a nice time. Right, Hedgehog says Hamlet, pure quality. You remember them, yeah?
You see JB's comment there, Peter. He says Trev wasn't stung by ladyboys. He knew what he was doing. Everybody does.
Where is that, JB? Where's that?
A bit further up. I think a little bit further up. But in answer to that comment, the one in Bangkok, yeah, absolutely, no arguments there. The one with the money shot, I was so slaughtered, I just passed out anyway. But here, there, and the two in Walking Street, yeah, we won't talk about that.
Damien said something to me today. We were talking because with the videos I do, I tell stories of car crash and burn stories. Basically, guys who go out, meet bar girls, get taken in because they're not experienced, and they just crash and burn stories. And then we got on to talking about what Pattaya is about, what Thailand's about, and the whole girly scene. And you know what Damien said? Absolutely right. He said, look, because I get people come on my channel and they'll say, I'm not going to say what they say, but they come out with really derogatory stuff, mainly aimed at me, like I'm some kind of a sex pat, which I'm not. And what Damien said, he said, look, at the end of the day, he says, the guys who do that, they're not hurting anybody. As long as they're not hurting anybody, the girls are making money. Why have people got such a chip on their shoulder?
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
My shout on it, because I've had the same comments. I've had people saying about this, and here's my call on it. So people come over here that are maybe in the later stages of their life because they're going to enjoy the rest of their life. And people berate them for that and slag them off and call them all the names under the sun. So what would they rather? That same person that's living on his own, that his family have all grown up and are now living their own lives and go and see, dad or granddad once a month or whatever, would they rather he just sits in the working man's club with his pint of Guinness and his ticket for the Sunday roast lottery and hopefully he wins something and just waits until he dies? Or can't he come out here and have fun? And like you said, Pete, he's not hurting anyone. I've been here 10 years. I live here 10 years. I've never once seen any girl being dragged down the road against her will in a headlock by someone wanting to go off and have some fun. Unbelievable.
I seen a guy walking. This is a true story. I seen a guy years ago walking down Beach Road. He must have been out drinking with a girl he was with or his girlfriend. and they were around Soy 8, and I'm guessing this hotel was towards Walking Street. And
Yeah.
she obviously she drank so much she passed out. And this guy, he was literally walking down the beach road with this girl slung over his shoulder like a fireman's lift, and he's just walking down. He's probably his girlfriend, right? But I was just thinking, you know, you get some Western women down there or some Western couples looking at this and thinking, my God, what sort of a place have we arrived at? Look, he's, you know, this girl's slung over his shoulder. Right.
But why can't people come out here and enjoy their life at the end of their lives? They've worked hard, they've taken care of their families, whatever. Why can't they do that? Who gives anyone the right to judge people to come and enjoy their life the way they want? Who gives them the right to do that?
And the thing they don't understand as well, Trevor, it's mostly people who haven't been out to Thailand. They kind of use words like victim and using, and you know, they think these girls have been trafficked into the business. They don't realize that the girls, 99.9% of the girls, they do it because they want to earn good money, because most of them are undereducated and not educated, and their only option is to work in a factory for a tenth of what they earn in a bar. So they want to go to the bar and do it.
Yeah, but don't forget, Peter, that this is the only country in the world that has prostitution. There's no others around the world. Nowhere. Only here. No. Only here, apparently.
Of course, I know.
You know.
Right, let me read out another story. And I've got a picture. This is right. This is I know it's about Thailand, the channel, but I thought this is a great story. So I'm going to put a picture up. I'm going to read you a very, very short story, about 20 seconds. Have a listen to this. Quite interesting. Right. So I've lost it now. Where are we? Right. Here we go. Right. A 50-year-old American GI and his Vietnamese girlfriend reunite. A US veteran and his Vietnamese girlfriend rekindled their 50-year-old romance. Thai Lan, who runs a rice porridge stall, and Ken Reesing, an American war veteran, are trying to make up for a lot of lost time. They had first met and dated in 1969. The 67-year-old woman had introduced her Ken to relatives and friends, and they have become an item. Everyone recognizes them. They visit a favorite coffee shop every morning. The 71-year-old veteran loves Vietnam food and the miracle of finding each other again. She pats him gently, and he gets misty-eyed talking about the past. People here know they're an item, and it just ends with, it says, I would love to have more dates with Lan, the former GI says wishfully. Isn't that a nice story, Trev?
Yeah, lovely, mate. Fair play. Fair play.
Yeah, I just thought I'd put that up because I know it's not about Thailand, but it's a nice story.
Yeah, good luck to him. Enjoy your life. Good luck to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Joe Dirt says, people who criticize the Pattaya men are jealous because they hate their lives and probably their wives. Yeah, could be some truth in that. Tony, life is for living. We're not long here. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, absolutely. That's what Trevor's just said. Yeah. Richard says, I saw a guy on a mobility scooter with a bar girl right on his back. You know what? You wouldn't believe that if you'd never been to Thailand before, you'd say, bollocks. That's not. I don't believe that's a story. But absolutely. As soon as I read that, I can see it. You too, right?
Yeah.
Trev?
Yeah. Same.
I've never seen it, you know.
Yeah, and brilliant. And isn't it nice though that they can enjoy the life that they want to enjoy and not live a life just to please other people that are criticizing them?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. I'm just seeing what you guys are saying now. Let's have a look. Some of these I can't put up. Do you get that? I don't. When I'm looking at the comments, I don't read, because you've got Patty Jimmy. He moderates for you, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got five guys that do the modding for me. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Really, 5?
Yeah.
I have to do everything by myself. But what I do, because the comments come in quite fast, I don't vet them before they go up. So I just hope that there's nothing rude. And what I do is I just hit a comment, and then sometimes I'll be halfway through it and say, "Oh no, I can't read that out."
I get told off. I get told off by my team because I like you. I use the same system as you're on now. So occasionally I'll put a comment up, because if it gets deleted on the other side, it doesn't delete it here. And I put it up and they're like, we've just deleted that. What are you doing putting that up? No, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, look, Gary says, my mates, they're married. They say I'm lucky. Yeah. What used to get me was when you're sitting in the bars in Pattaya and you see like a married guy, a Western guy, come with his wife, and he's walking down the seafront, and you can see he's never been there before. And he's just looking, and you know what the guy's thinking, don't you? You know, he's
yeah. What have I done wrong here? God damn.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Pattaya Jimmy, bar girls are very clever creatures. Well, the thing is, Jimmy, they're well taught, aren't they, by their peers, and you know they've got thousands of victims under their belts, haven't they? So yeah, they are good. But you know, let's be fair about it, though, Trevor. I mean, I don't slate the bar girls. I don't run them down. They do what they've got to do, and I actually think they're nice girls. They're good fun, and they're human beings at the end of the day. I'm no white knight, but I've got, you know, they're good fun, aren't they? You know, and guys who sort of put them down, they shouldn't be in Thailand. That's what I think anyway.
I think the girls are brilliant. I think they're brilliant. You know, listen, they do what they do, and they're very good at it. And you know, fair play to them. And people say about, oh, you know, you're exploiting them. Well, hang on, how many people do we know that have lost everything because they fell in love? You know, but anyway, each to their own. It's all good fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got to just give a quick shout out to a couple of people. I'm going to say hi to Susanna. She's watching the stream, another lady that I know very well. And I want to say hi to Noel again. Noel's, I say this every week, he's a blind man. He can't watch the streams or the videos, but he likes listening to them. So hi again, Noel. Loy Katong is on again. I don't know if you're excited about that or not, Trevor. Loy Katong, it's it's the Festival of Lights. We'll go ahead with social distancing. That sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Let's put that candle in the water, shall we?
Huh?
Should we put that candle in the water? And then about an hour later, the kids go in and nick all the coins out of the candles.
I know. But did you hear when it was? No, we won't get into that. Right, because we're being. It's an hour and a half now. I'm not going to be around. I've got to take my daughter to work, unfortunately.
Really, you're going to carry on, Peter. You're going to carry on. You know you are.
For a while. I've got to get through all this stuff I've prepared. So let me do another. Now, this one's a little bit cheesy. Do you remember the Chinzano adverts with Leonard?
Oh, yeah. Leonard Ross.
There's a lot of them. They're a little bit cheesy now. So I thought I'd just do one. I'm not going to overdo it. Have a look at this and see if this brings back any memory for you guys.
Now, Mr. Darling, care for a little aperitif, eh?
We're all right, darling.
Ah, how sweet of you. Well, gin.
That's Vincenzo's.
Oh, some local brew, is it? You've been pulling my leg, darling. Those fine Italian rosé wines, that subtle blend of herbs and spices, that's a Cinzano rosé, you little tease.
It's my Cinzano rosé.
And that's Vincenzo.
Ah, Buenos Aires. I'm just here for the winter break, are we?
Yeah, that was always their thing, wasn't it? The drink going over her when she was sat in Concord as well. Right, okay, let's get into some comments here. Siam, I am sorry to differ. Men in Pattaya are among the lowest rung I've seen. All right, okay, just an opinion there. Right, I did say I don't screen the comments, didn't I? He's actually all right, that guy. He's got some. Sometimes I'm surprised he still watches the channel, because in the early days he does come out with some controversial stuff, and you know, originally I thought, oh, he's a bit strange, this guy, but he's all right. Actually, he's a good guy. Right, Paul, Paul, once I heard Loy Katong was not happening, I said Pattaya bars had no chance of opening this year. Okay, we're not going to go back down that road. Okay, how old does anybody know how old Joan Collins is? Is she still alive? Because somebody said, I've lost it. Where are you? Yeah. Darcy says Joan Collins is still sexy. She's very old now. She's got to be, what, 80, Trev? Do you reckon?
God, got to be, isn't she? Surely. I don't know. Without Googling it, I wouldn't know how old she is. But yeah, she's got to be pushing it on.
Yeah.
I'll Google it. While you talk, I'll Google it. Hang on.
Yeah. Gordon, that was a great show. You know, I've watched that a couple of times. Pressed the wrong thing there. Where are we? Gordon. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there we go.
She's 88.
88? Is she 88? Wow. Yeah. Okay, Gordon says The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. Brilliant. Did you ever watch that, Trev? With Leonard Ross?
Bits and pieces, not a lot. Yeah, bits and pieces.
Yeah, it was a straight. I like that one, actually. One I never found funny. I don't know why people did, but I never found Monty Python's Flying Circus. I don't know if you remember that. I never found that.
I like The Life of Brian. The Life of Brian, I thought.
That was all right. But the actual weekly show with them meaningless cartoons, they didn't do anything to me.
See that.
But 40 Towers, I've watched it, the whole series. Only 12 episodes in 40 Towers. I must have watched it 6 times. All the episodes. Brilliant.
Okay.
There you go. Let's see. I am. He says, "Yeah, I'm all right."
Don't ask Trevor.
There, by the way. Right. Okay.
I'm laughing because only me said, "Don't ask Trevor if people are alive." He's relating to my quiz. Only me says, "Don't ask Trev if people are alive." And what he's referring to is my first quiz I did to try and have a bit of fun. Was I said, "Name these people," and they were all dead.
Oh, really?
I didn't know. I didn't realise. And people are saying, "Why are you putting up all these dead people?"
Yeah, but when you do this, you do trip up. I did a competition where I thought it was going to be great. I got 10 bars around, or 12 bars around Pattaya. And the idea of the competition is, right, where is this bar? Where is that bar? And guys had to tell me. And about half a dozen guys come into the comments and said, "I've never been to Pattaya. This is going to be a great competition." So I didn't do that one again. Hedge Fund says, yeah, John Collins is still alive. Right, we're nearly there. Rising Damp, yeah, that was good. But like Trevor said, a lot of these shows that they had in the 70s especially, you just couldn't show them now. They're just politically incorrect. So, right, Trevor, if I'm coming back on your stream to do this ladyboy, I'm nervous now, but if I am, when is this going to be? If you just joined us,
let's do it sort of first, second week of December.
Yeah, whenever. Just give me plenty of time. I'll get the old deodorant out, because I'll be sweating. I don't mind, actually. If I got them all wrong, it's just for fun, isn't it?
He's nervous now. Look, he's nervous.
Well, as long as I get one, that'll be fine.
Digging that hole.
Yeah. Right, here's one for you, Trevor, if I can find it. They're going so fast. This is what you say on yours. They go so fast. Right. Does Trevor check the ladyboys for a pulse? I'm not...
So what Max is referring to there is that basically, like that quiz I just told you about, where the people were all dead, and I didn't know. I had no idea. I just thought they were just random people, and they were all dead.
All right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't catch on. I'm not as quick as you. I didn't catch on until you said it. Right, okay. So what I'll do to finish off with, I promise to do the little Nat thing again. You know where I can't do any more. These are the last ones. The Nat and Dave. Dave's out now. There's a new guy in. Poor old Dave. I feel sorry for him. Have you been watching that series, Trev? The Nat and Dave?
Yeah.
Dave's out. He's been.
I know. Yeah.
He's out, and the new guy's in. But there's a good story coming because Nat's actually going to be heading to England, and all is not what it seems. But I can't give too much of the script away. So these are a few sayings. I put these on last week. Guys liked them. I played them really early in the stream. We're nearly done now, so I'll just play. This is about a minute long, just for the guys who like it.
You pay bar for me? I miss you. Chup chup. No problem. I just start work here today. Love you long time. You my first customer. Only love you, Tirak. I have to go now. Bye-bye. Chup chup.
Good old Nat. What an evil woman she is. Some people remember in the old shows now. David Baker says Dad's Army. Roymus, Alf Garnett. Sid James, he's dead now, isn't he? Bless his house. You had Robin's Nest, didn't you, where he lived with the two girls, but he never got anywhere with them. Always felt sorry for him. Love Thy Neighbour, Richard. That is one show they could never show again, as is Mind Your Language. I mean, I can think of some scenes from Love Thy Neighbour. I'd get slaughtered if I told them. Okay, what else? Damon, there's one for you. One for you, Trevor. Damon says I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that is. Do you?
Yeah. He sent a video of a grab and just destroyed this scooter. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, he's got a nice old scrapyard. Right, I think it's an hour and 40 minutes. I think that's it, Trev. I'll tell you what, it's been a good stream tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Just say hi to Susanna there. We don't get too many females in. Nice to see you, Susanna. It's 9 p.m. UK time every Friday. It used to be every 2 weeks, every Friday now. Normally it's just me alone. I've got Trevor in this week. Makes it more fun. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the stream this week. I hope you've enjoyed having Trevor here. It's been a laugh, hasn't it, Trevor? Been fun.
Yeah, it's been good fun, mate. Good fun. Always fun.
And let us know what's going on in Thailand. And God, I mean, I don't want to end on a downer, but let's hope it. I mean, let's hope it picks up. Let's really hope it picks up. But let's fingers and toes crossed. Right, yeah. Go on, do what Pattaya Jimmy says. Smash that like button. I've got 6 thumbs down. I normally get about 8, so I'm doing well this week. But you always get a few. Do you get many thumbs down, Trev?
I get a fair few, yeah, but you won't get them soon, will you? Because YouTube are binning that off.
Are they?
Yeah, they're stopping.
Tell me about that really quick. What's happening there then?
Yeah, they sent out. But you'll have had the email, my man. They sent out
because I work, Trevor. I got a real job. You know, I don't know.
That hurt. That hurt. I'm just gonna get that out of my back now. No, the YouTube Creator Studio have sent out an email to say that they're going to remove the dislike option, but I don't know why.
They'll still have a like, will they?
I think so, but I'm not sure. But they are removing the dislike option function, which I don't really think it's a good move.
Well, I've got 2. Well, I'll get more than 2, but it doesn't matter what I put out there. It can be a live stream, a video, whatever it is. I'm sure there's 2 guys sitting there with a mouse like this, waiting. And as soon as I upload something, I get 2 thumbs down almost immediately on everything. So I've given up on it now. Right. So if I'm gonna tell you this, but obviously everyone knows Trevor's channel is BUZZIN Pattaya with no G on the end. It's BUZZIN. BUZZIN Pattaya, good channel, and I watch it. Yeah, look, you can see he's got his marketing on tonight. Well, you've always got that on, haven't you?
Always.
Even
when I'm in bed.
Hold it up so everyone can see it. Your logo. There you go. Yeah. When's your next live stream, Trevor?
Sunday, 5 p.m. Bangkok time, which is 10 a.m. UK time.
Yeah, because it used to be 11 o'clock UK time, didn't it?
Yeah, because the hour changed. There's a difference in the hour, so yeah.
What time is it where you are now then?
Now it's 5:41 a.m.
5:41. So what are you going to do with the rest of your day, briefly?
I'm going off to video a bikini photo shoot and do some photos.
Oh, nice. Look forward to that one. Right. Okay. So I think that's it. Trevor, thank you very much for coming on the stream. It's been a lot of fun. You got 1 out of 3, so you haven't lost your street credibility. I'm a bit nervous now because I thought I did really well on yours, and a lot of it was luck. I've got to pick up that gauntlet again, haven't I? Guys,
I think so.
Guys, tomorrow morning there's 3 relationship stories as always. They're good tomorrow. They're already uploaded. They've been there for the members since Tuesday, but I'll try and get them up before lunchtime as always. The next live stream is next Friday at 9 p.m. And I'm not sure when, but I'll be on Trevor's live stream. We'll do this Ladyboy competition again. And thanks to everyone. Thanks for the guys for the super chats. And yeah, good to catch up with you again, Trevor. Don't think I'll be in Pattaya anytime soon with all these strict regulations, but it's good to keep in touch anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and thanks to everybody that supported what we've done today, and for all the comments. It's been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Brilliant, Trev. Thanks a lot. See you again, guys. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.